everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for September 8th through the 14th of 2024. So our quote for the week says, "Embodying your new story may require you to change your beliefs and behaviors." Deep breath. We are all undergoing a major upgrade that is very personal and falling in the Cancer, Leo, Virgo zone of our charts. So all that is pretty personal. And in order to enjoy what you're calling in for the higher vision, you have to do some foundation work, some internal work to strengthen and fortify. And to that end, I was able to get the Mars retrograde replay up and running. Now, what you should know is that on the Karmic Tools podcast station, I could only put the audio as it was originally recorded. I can't alter that audio, but so much. I can cut out the coughs and the noises and things, but I can't add to it. But with the video, I could add to it. And I was going along with the replay. I don't know what y'all did, but I wish somebody would have raised their hand that night. I'm going through the divinations, and we pulled 3 different guidances, and then we had the shadow card, and we got done with all the 3, and then I went right into going into the drum journey. And I was like, wait a minute, where's the shadow? So I don't know why I forgot it. I don't know if I got distracted with questions or what happened, y'all. But the video version that's up on YouTube is extended by about 15 minutes because I added the shadow. So check that out when you get a chance. And if you want your personal activations, I'm still cooking those up for everybody. All you have to do is register on that free community event page on my website. Now, the other thing about this week's forecast is it's pretty short and sweet, and I've tried to remind you all when this happens, because last week was very intense and lengthy, and next week is going to be again. So when we get these supposedly light weeks, they're usually sandwiched between pretty intense shifts. We are in eclipse season. We need to keep that in the back of our minds. Mercury's not out of shadow, and Mars is preparing to go into shadow. Like I said, we're getting reset personally. Venus went first in Leo, then Mercury went through Leo Virgo, and now Mars is going to retrograde in Cancer Leo. So that whole little zone, like I said, is getting a reset. That's going to put us out in spring, rebirthing a whole new level. No matter what age and stage you're at, it's going to be a new reality and purpose that you'll be conceiving in the spring. And right now, I just keep preaching how strong we need to be in order to handle what's about to manifest. Because the social collective changes are really crazy. And that's even more reason to be strong and centered in things in your own reality so that that weird virtual worldly realm doesn't affect you as directly. Like, don't let your nervous system get taxed, okay? But this week is still pivotal because we kick it off on Sunday the 8th with Pallas re-entering Sag until November 30th. And this is the completion of a mission that she initiated November 19th of 2023, going all the way to November 30th, 2024. So we're completing this now, a 1-year process, retrograding in Sag, going direct in Scorpio. Note that Pallas has extended this entire process. This means that you've been doing deep healing reviews in your Scorpio Sag departments, and the idea is to glean as much wisdom and clarity as possible on your own unique contribution and or your personal healing process. So can you feel that for the last year we've been in a pretty deep space here? As she moves through Scorpio, we will create from and tend to the soul level, meaning we will add soul to all that we create, heal, or learn. It's a powerful reset that will give you access to your own unique wisdom and power. Also keep in mind, Scorpio brings the conception of a creative baby or a healing process, while Sag will expand the creation or process in a spiritual or inspirational way. As Pallas moves through Sag, she activates your inner wise elder, the part of you that can conceive an expanded vision, heal the imagination, and change the world with your perceptions. This energy awakens your faith and belief systems and how deep the connection is between your physical and mental health and well-being, and what you believe to be true or possible. For your inner artist, this energy can also inspire new creative expression that incorporates symbolism, philosophy, culture, and diverse beliefs. This energy will push you to be painfully honest with yourself and others, demanding integrity in all exchanges. Ashe. This is the wisdom and power of bringing diverse ideas together to create an alchemical mix that is unique to that time and space. Deep breath. So my little post note here lets you know, because I'm all about the cycles, the last few times that Pallas moved through Scorpio Sag, because it's every 4 to 5 years, was 2019, before that 2014-15, before that 2010, before that 2005. So you can see that it takes about that much time for her to make it through the zodiac. The last time she retrograded in Scorpio Sag was actually 2001. And the next time that she will move through, just move through, because here we are in 24-25, will be 28-29, about 5 years from now. So these are the little rhythms we can pick up on depending on what you're working on. And like we said, Pallas is your healing capacity, your unique genius. It is your prismatic perspective. It is your perceptions and perspective. You know, it's really unique to you, the individual, but right now up in the sky, it's running that lens or that filter through your Scorpio Sag zone, asking you to really increase the healing there, to integrate the wisdom that you've garnered over the last 5 years or 25 years, back to '01, right? Either way, but we're wrapping it up, and she will finally move into Capricorn November 30th. So December forward, she'll be starting a whole new track, because any planet or asteroid that retrograde, when they retrograde, they are resetting their cycles. So now she's kicking off a new 5-year cycle. That was Sunday. On Monday, Mercury re-enters Virgo. So see how they're both forward. They're past their retrograde direct thing. Now they're moving back into the signs that they retrograded in. Mercury's going back to Virgo and will be there until the 26th of September, when it will finally move on to Libra and the retrograde process is truly complete. So Mercury is direct and re-entering Virgo in order to help us to truly process and integrate whatever came into our conscious awareness over the last 3, 6, or 9 weeks. It's time for discernment and discrimination, thanks to Virgo. You will have to choose or decide which ideas are worth investing more energy, time, and resources going forward. It is time to get organized and create space to anchor these new ideas and integrate them into the new rhythm that is emerging. This is also an opportunity to create all new systems for living that support, protect, and expand your thinking around what is healthy for your mental body. Think input, output, y'all. You know, we really need to be more balanced with that. And the retrograde, theoretically, was supposed to reset that and help us do that. So as you integrate that upgrade, you set yourself up for more successful and fulfilling creative projects and social circles going forward. Because that's the other thing that happens when Mercury retrogrades. We rethink some things. We look at our own mind and ideas and things that are filtering through and ask ourselves, do we really think that? Do we really believe that? Did we really perceive that? And do some course correcting. That's the beauty of retrogrades. They give us a chance to do some work behind the scenes. That was Monday. Now we're going to jump to Wednesday the 11th. Mercury sextiling Mars for the third and final time. So like I said, we're in that process of post-shadow when Mercury goes back and hits everything for the third and final time. The first time Mercury hit Mars was in June. June 21st was summer solstice. The second time was August 23rd, right after the Leo Gate of Power. And now this final time is about a week before fall equinox. If I remember correctly, the sextile, which is an opportunity to gain some traction, all 3 of these fell in different signs. But I'll have to check my Mars notes and the Mercury retrograde replay. For anyone that's new, there's a lot of good stuff on the YouTube channel that is all relevant now that talks about the bigger cycles. This Mercury to sextile Mars this week says that the energy encourages a healthy sense of self-interest, emphasizing self-preservation. And many of you have heard me say self-preservation is not selfish, it is essential, it is the first law of nature, and we need to do better with that. Seize the moment this week and don't hold back. If you have been diligently working toward a significant dream or goal, now is the most opportune time to attract the necessary assistance from the universe. While it is undoubtedly a period of intense and constant effort, it comes with the recommendation to work independently on something of personal importance to you. Recognize that no one else will match your dedication, and you shouldn't expect them to. Tap into the additional energy available to propel your goals to the next level, experiencing a sense of accomplishment and outlining the subsequent tasks. Okay, every time we go to a new level, we got a new mandate, we have new marching orders. The opportunities abound constantly right now. All you need to do is be prepared. If presented with a chance to make a presentation, embrace it. Your unmatched clarity, energy, and enthusiasm are what resonate with people. This isn't the time for shyness or self-doubt. You are definitely prepared, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Embrace the commitment to your own success as the universe conspires to assist you. Deep breath. Now, we're going to take that with a grain of salt because of the retrograde and because Mercury's not out of that zone yet. I want to look something up for you. The very next Mercury sextile Mars is the one that this could jump off at. Right now, we're still processing. Since I'm looking that one up, I can remind you what these first three were. June 21st, Mercury was in Cancer, Mars was in Taurus. August 23rd, Mercury was retrograde in Leo, and Mars had moved on to Gemini. This one, Mercury is direct and moved back into Virgo, and Mars has moved into Cancer. So the next time they sextile each other will be when we really can take advantage of this opportunity. Will be June 5th of 2025, when Mercury will be in Gemini, and Mars will be probably finishing up its process in Leo. It is going to be at 23 Leo, so I think that's going to be once it comes out and is moving forward. Because our 8 months starts now, basically puts us September to May, June, where Mars is staying in Cancer Leo that whole time. So that's pretty juicy because that means we've moved through a couple of Mercury retrogrades, reset our thinking a couple of times. And during this whole period, we're going to recalibrate our actions and choices in a certain kind of way so that we can do better on all levels. So that was Wednesday. On Thursday, the 12th, we have Sun squaring Jupiter. This is Virgo to Gemini. That's Earth to Air. This potent energy urges discernment, while it also motivates you to achieve numerous tasks, so it is crucial to avoid taking on more than you can manage on your own, solo. Nevertheless, if you seek that extra push to accomplish tasks, this energy offers the needed optimism to expand beyond your usual limitations. It can evoke a sense of self-righteousness, yet directing this energy inwardly can bring substantial benefits. Integrating your beliefs into your actions and embodying your own truth is essential. However, imposing your beliefs on others might lead to challenges. So stay open-minded and receptive, embracing a don't know attitude, as there is always potential to learn from different perspectives that could be invaluable now or in the future. Okay, deep breath. So Sun is lighting something up in the Virgo section of our lives. Annual check-in there. How are your systems running? While Jupiter's in Gemini trying to expand the consciousness and the networks and get you connected with all these different people and things to do and whatnot. And at the same time, your body's probably saying, wait a minute, I need to be a little stronger to keep that schedule or to keep that rhythm. So let's think about that. And that Thursday is the power circle that we do monthly. We pick a little topic to cover, and this month is the North Node moving into Pisces, activating the Virgo Pisces eclipses, which we're already into, so this is a good time to talk about them. They're going to be with us all through 25 and 26. This is a conference call, not a Zoom. This is a Kelly call, and it starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's free and open to the community. You're welcome to bring your friends. There is a donation link, and the suggested donation is $22, but we love your energy and presence and encourage you all to join us. All who register or donate will receive the replay tools and resources, and all who submit their birth date, time, and place will receive an additional email with their personal activations. So for those of you new to the community, these free calls, I always talk about how we're all going to be affected by these energies and what's happening there. And I usually go over the cycle. We do some divinations. We look at the activations that are going to happen, the things that they're going to interact with over that course of 2 years. And it's a fun community event. But then that extra email with your personal activations tells you where, like in this case, Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini Sag are for you personally, because that's what's going to be stimulated by these new eclipses. And the other thing I'll say about these eclipses up front is that we're having 7, 4 to 6 is normal. Anytime we get up above that, it's a lot. And of those 7, 6 are full moon lunar eclipses, which means completions, endings. So it's a little bit of this ending vibration that Pisces, the end of the zodiac. Neptune is at 29 degrees right now. That's 165 years cycle rebooting. Saturn's a 30-year cycle at the end of Pisces rebooting. We are culminating this 20-year cycle with the North Node. And so there's a lot of micro to macro evolution going on here. So it's always good to know where they're hitting you personally. And as I record this, we are creating a page on Yeye's website that is our thank you note to those of you who were with us on Monday at the new moon money pouring ritual, where she announced the Jambalaya School of Ancient Mysteries and Sacred Arts Center. We had such an amazing night together, and we promised to give you the links and resources and everything. So that link will be in here on my blog for you to get to the thank you page, where you'll be reminded about things we can do to support the Jambalaya School. We want to get Jambalaya, which is Yeye Tisha's book, into the right hands. So we're asking if you all would send us a picture of Jambalaya in your hands and type up a little 2 or 3 sentence testimonial about what it's meant to you. We also encourage you to include your permission to share on Yeye's social media. If you send the pictures and words, we'll make them posts, or if you're tech savvy, you can send them already along with your handle so that we can tag you too. In Instagram, it's like a 1080 by 1080. And there's a little example that I put mine on because I put Jambalaya's answered prayer. I found Yeye Tisha's Jambalaya perusing a bookstore back when that was possible in 1992. My mother had passed in 1990 and I was still putting the pieces together. As is my practice, I held Jambalaya to my heart and asked what message it had for me. And I opened to a random page that wasn't so random at all. It was page 120, which is Oya, Yansa, who rules my own Ori consciousness. And back then, it was hard to find information on Oya. But Yeye was the first to deliberately include her as one of the 7 African powers, and I knew I was home. Now, 32 years later, I am her goddaughter, teacher's assistant, and eternal student, feeling blessed to sit at her knee and learn ancestral reverence. So I have a deep bow of gratitude, Modupwe, one love to my family, extended family, my Ile, and all of the community that comes together like you did on Monday night. 350 plus showed up to support Yeye in launching this school. So we did talk about a lot of different resources. We put the upcoming events and things in there and how to stay in touch. So check that out when you get a chance. And drum roll, please. Cracking the Ancestral Code is finally ready to register. So if you've never done it, then you belong in level 1. If you did it last year or in 2022, then you qualify to take level 2. And I encourage you to click on these links and go check out the details for that. We're doing Saturdays through October, November. Our last Saturday is the week before the holidays kick in, so we'll be all done. And then our capstone will be around winter solstice when Yeye and I have something really big cooking. With Cracking the Ancestral Code, level 1 is about remembrance, reverence, and resilience through ancestral storytelling. And this is where you learn the very basics of ancestral reverence from Yeye. And included would be 6 moon rituals, 2 seasonal fire ceremonies. I'm going to share my 3 animal guides, raven, snake, and owl. We'll be getting together monthly on that. And much, much more. So join us on Saturdays for 8 weeks, October, November. Level 1 is at 4 to 5:30 Pacific time, which is about 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And level 2 is radical self-acceptance through healing ancestral wounds. Everything is the same, 8 weeks and Saturdays, lots of bonus material, but at a different time. Level 2 will be earlier in the day, at 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And again, you have to have taken level 1 in order to qualify for level 2. The required reading for both of these classes will be, of course, Jambalaya, Festival of the Bones, which is all about celebrating the ancestors, and the Ancestors of the Future Journal. So most of you probably already have Jambalaya. You can get Festival of the Bones and Ancestors of the Future Journal from me. Just reach out directly. Those are required. And then there's a bunch of recommended reading and things. And those will be on that invitation page. So you can check out everything that we've laid on the table and then come in and get what really happens. Because that's the other thing. Me and Yeye lay out these structures for these classes, honey, and then Spirit takes over and it is what it is. And we follow Spirit around here. So be prepared to go with the flow, but also be prepared because it is ancestral reverence and it is ancestor season and it's a time of pulling inward and going into longer nights, shorter days, more darkness, right? You want to be scheduling yourself pretty light if possible so that you have room to go where Spirit takes you on this. It's well worth it. Let's put it that way. It is a little inconvenient, but what I'll say is when the spirits keep me, and we just had a big ritual that went 3 days. And as I was explaining, when you're in spirit time, it's not the same as our regular time, but eventually it catches up with your body. So for example, during ancestral reverence, we do a lot of elevations and different meditations every single day for days and days in a row. And I will set aside 2 hours to do, let's say, some water gazing. And I will be there for 8 hours and it'll feel like a half an hour. That's what I'm talking about. So don't worry about it, but allow yourself that room where you don't have a dead, like I also scheduled all those things after 9 p.m. or later in the day when I knew for sure there'd be no obligation. So I would have open-ended time, right? A lot of people do it in the morning and that's okay if that's what works best for you, but give yourself a little extra time and space around it, no matter what time of day is best for you, because Spirit will be taking us on a journey again this year. We do it annually. And so that's exciting too, because this year will introduce us to a whole bunch of new level 1 students, which is always divine order who's magnetized to the class. And our level 2s, there are 60 of you. We should be able to get at least 30 of you in level 2. So come on, don't play. Now, September's animal medicine is spider, which I know is a little triggersome for some folks, but I gotta tell you, we had an amazing night together. And the tools and replay are available for only $25. It's a subscription. You can either subscribe or drop in. The Virgo articles are posted. Cook, Cure, and Conjure has new dates. So we have a new registration link for that. I want you to definitely check that out. Yeye starts that in November. When we get done with cracking the code, she goes right into Cook, Cure, and Conjure, which is with Priestess Flora de Menace, Ia Angelique Sabande Greer, and of course our beloved Yeye Louise Satish. So they are working on this book and the class has been requested. They put out the call, so everyone needs to respond for that one too. You herbalists and nature people and everyone that loves to cook, cure, and conjure, the healers, all of it. It is really important for us to know right now how to do this naturally, where we don't need the mass production system food thing, where we can grow our own herbs and make our own medicine. So come learn from the experts and these dedicated priestesses who have dedicated their lives to this. It's so deep, y'all. I feel so blessed and privileged to be amongst them. They are all doing amazing things in the world. And then, of course, at the bottom of my blog are a lot of other resources. The Power Circle subscription, $9.99 a month or $99 for the year, gets you your monthly astro reports. These are computer generated, which are really not my thing, but you use them in conjunction with my weekly forecast and the other materials I give you. There's lots of bonus stuff in there. Subscribers get 10% off of everything else, so that alone makes it pretty worth it. But it's one of those things that came up when people asked me, like Yeye's got the $5 new moon money pouring. This is my $9.99 little item that supports the site. That money goes directly into supporting the website and keeping things running. My signature reading is Astro Tarot. For new clients, it's $200. For my students and previous clients, it's $150. But it's a 2-for-1 basically, where we look at your cycles and we go deeper with the tarot on something specific around here and now. There is a Karmic Tools affiliate program for those of you who have your own websites and resource pages and places where you can put some links and just earn a little kickback without doing nothing. You just put the link up there. But for those of you who share me and share links, that's a really good place to go get it. And at the bottom, especially for new people to the community, my Soul Sisters Circle invitation video is only 19 minutes and it gives you a little bit of my story, the core values that run through all my circles, and kind of how things flow around here. And so it's really good for new people coming in. And you are welcome, and we are grateful for this expansion going on. I'm also very grateful to everyone's patience for my August travels. Some of you know I went out to Oakland to be with Yeye for almost 2 weeks, and it was a lot of work, and I'm still catching up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That Mars retrograde audio video going out. Please do the video, y'all, on YouTube, because it's got the whole information that goes with the Mars retrograde. And I will refer you back as we go, because it's an 8-month process, y'all. So we probably should circle back like every 2 months, maybe 4 times over, just to make sure you stay on track with what it's really all about. I also added in those goodies the activations that Mars is going to do throughout its retrograde up in the sky that affect us all. You can get your personal Mars retrograde activations for only $25 as well. When you're working on your personal self, the Mercury retrograde, personal activations, Venus, get retrograde or not, you could get her activations anytime. And the Mars personal activations are most relevant when it's retrograding, which is now. And they live on my Karmic Tools site under classes and on my Kelly M. Beard site on the DIY page, because they're supposed to be digital downloads there, but I'm still building, y'all. I'm still getting organized. Again, I appreciate your patience for this one-woman show over here. But that's it for tools and events and things and new classes. We've got lots of good stuff happening for the fall, and winter will be right behind it. We'll think of something when we get into the new year. Right now, we all have a lot of completion to do. So I hope you have a fantastic week. Reach out when you need to. Join us when and where you can. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.